Last time on Dice Funk.
Yeah, this is cocaine without the gasoline or any of that stuff. You just pick it up off the ground. It's freely used so that nobody can exploit it for money making.
You leveled up friendship by procuring cocaine when requested.
Just like in
you
real
did
life.
The side quest.
This is just like high school.
You did the friendship side quest. They asked for coke, and now they're your best friend.
The creature, gets bigger and cooler. So do you.
Now, Ely the eel is like 6-inch diameter, like huge, thick eel. He's still coiled up in the guts, but he now comes up through Dio's torso to his head is behind the mask, so it's essentially like he's wearing the mask.
What do you do with the statue body?
I feel take it with us if possible.
Yeah, I mean, I think we would probably put it on the Justice Mobile.
20's great. I don't know how you know this, Dio. So homunculi are created with a little ritual by some magic user, and then they are bound to them. They know everything their creator knows, and if their creator dies, they die too.
I want Dio to form up into person shape again and pointing a finger gun right at this little guy, but then that's when the history check kind of comes in. And there's a little twinge of this is a person who was made by somebody for a purpose, like you. And Dio's man.
The giant bird turns to face you, Vimble, as you throw a dart into it, and it spreads its wings as if it's about to land on you and try to crush you and rip you with its talons, and suddenly, boop! It just disappears, pops out of existence.
I just want to note my arm is dragging on the ground next to me.
I burned all of my magic for the day fighting the first set of things we fought. I don't want to fight more of it. Even if I didn't
it wouldn't be a fight.
Them. That's what I mean. It wouldn't go well.
The card appears to have been defaced with some kind of writing instrument, and all the text is scribbled out, and what is written on it is one word, and that word is sprinkles.
It's an honor, Sprinkles.
Sprinkles smiles.
I saw a spark against the dark, and we erupt, but it's a slow burn. I take a chance, we start to dance, can't see enough to know to turn around. The sound of a bonfire carries over fences, titillates the senses. We can feel the heat, a chill wind is pushing you into me. Looking like we might be burning, might be burning down. But we're a bonfire, I keep putting in. Oh, we're a bonfire, I keep putting in.
If you've bought the sex magic cupboard and you're not jerking off in it, you're a rube. You've been tricked.
Do I spend my organ points on spells, or does it is it only more sex?
I think it's still just sex. Yeah, I think.
I thought it was cookie clicker, but with organs.
I genuinely want to add one of these to my collection of weird crystals I own for various reasons. One of them is the crystal that I bought, not from I get weird spam emails from someone who claims that I am the reincarnation of the Archangel Michael and also a moon goddess.
Oh.
And I refused to buy her moon goddess crystal that was going to activate my moon goddess powers directly from her, but I did find the exact same moon goddess crystal on AliExpress, so I do now have the powers of a moon goddess.
Yeah, you want to shop around with something like that. Also, I have a friend who she
see if you can get it on Wish.
She collects crystals and stuff, and she has a little mirror that she uses to look.
Sorry, did you say whittle?
Oh, whittle? No, I didn't mean to.
You said whittle.
You said whittle.
Definitely did. Okay.
What? No, shut up!
Someone's used their organs to cast a babification spell on Sam. He's just turning into a baby in real life.
I want to talk about it. So anyway, this friend of mine has this whittle mirror that she uses to look at her vagina with, and she said that she used to keep it in like where she keeps all of her crystals, but she said that she had to stop doing it because she thinks that makes ghosts happen.
Oh, is it because of the ghosts see her vagina? Like the crystals make the mirror into a portal, and then she keeps sending like vag pics to the ghost by accident.
I guess so. I think like she's just like, you don't want to combine those energies.
I was actually just saying this to Mari last night.
It's like the sex magic equivalent of like water of like baking soda and vinegar.
I was just saying this to Mari last night. I saw something, I think it was a TikTok, saying, like, you don't want to sleep naked, because when you're asleep is when you're most open to the demon realm, and if you're naked, then you're susceptible to sex demons.
Hey, that's exactly why I want to sleep naked.
Yeah. Right, that's what I said. I was just like, you're not making me any less enthused about sleeping naked right now. You're saying there are succubi out there? Okay.
Like, yes, that is why we sleep naked. Everyone knows this.
As we all know, sex is fake, but magic is real, and that's what we're here to talk about today.
Oh.
I think we should all have sex like in the movie Demolition Man, where we both put on VR headsets.
Oh, that could work.
Yeah,
But then you log onto VR chat and I'm using Mickey Mouse as an avatar.
that's fine. That's expected.
I wish you could all tell the difference between fiction and reality. It's bleeding over. You all think sex is real now. It's disgusting.
She let me hit it, but I'm goofy, but literally goofy.
No, if sex is a video game in VR chat, it's an add-on.
Gorsh.
Last.
Are you close?
Look, I know the difference between reality and fiction. That's why I know that my moon goddess crystal is real and purchased one.
Thinking about the word yuck right now.
You can also get the Minnie Mouse add-on where she catches you.
Oh, that's
Doing?
Somebody is saving this episode under favorites. Just for later use. Last time we left the adventure, you all met a homunculus named Sprinkles. She looks like a little pug person with little wings. What's up?
I want to head over to this pug person and offer them back their trading card that was used to destroy the boats. What was it, capsize or something on the boat, on the card?
Yep, your extremely beat up card you found, you give it back to her. She looks at it and kind of smiles because it is ruined mostly, but it was a nice gesture. And she tucks it away somewhere and, nods to you, tips the big hat. She's wearing a big hat on her head.
I don't know if this follows Yu-Gi-Oh rules, where as long as like enough of the card is visible that it's like, yeah, that is the foil hologram still there, it's probably fine.
That's a good question. So basically the cards act as there's a mechanic in this game where wizards can add spells to their spell book. That's essentially what these cards are doing. So none of you are multi-classed into wizard, but
Yeah. This is basically someone got a page of their wizard spell book too wet to properly use anymore.
Oh, Vimble's gonna make his way up to her and sort of like, extend his hand. He's going to say like, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm fascinated by this technology, and if we were able to work together, my family and your people could do amazing things together that would benefit both of us, and help you be able to make a lot of money and be able to keep you and your people like safe and like develop things and like benefit both of us. And maybe like we could work out some type of bilateral trade agreement. And
I think it's important for Dio, who, by the way, is now mommy, and this is the first time you're seeing that, to interject. She speaks through trading cards, so you might want to ask simple questions. You can get trading card answers too.
Would you like to your people and mine could work together? I'm gonna extend my hand, and I'm gonna do a deception roll, because if she agrees to work with the Berrycheeks, this will be the worst mistake she and her people will ever make. 16!
oh, well, here I go again on my own. She doesn't detect any subterfuge or anything, and she doesn't know all the parameters of you and your family. So this on its surface sounds good. So if you reach out a hand, she shakes it and just like nods. Doesn't even need a trading card answer. You're just like, I'll help you. So yeah.
You said that she's the size of like a squirrel, right?
The monster manual says homunculi is the plural, are squirrel size. I'm 100% in pug mode now.
Okay. I was just wondering, like, if we all tower over her to an extent where she can't even, like, tell the difference between us and Vimble.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I was thinking of her kind of like perched on some of the wreckage here floating in the swamp, so she's more at eye level. But yeah, maybe it doesn't register the difference. Like to us, like, what's the meaningful difference between like ants of the same species, right? Like, we're not thinking about them as being like tall or short for their species.
Yeah, I imagine her as being so small that she has a very like fisheye kind of perspective on the world. Just like you can't tell. Everything is just a huge looming shape.
That's why Chihuahuas are scared all the time. They don't know how big anyone is.
Since everything's so big to her, I want to make a minor illusion of just us being small, but doing everything that we're doing so that she can talk to or at least look at the minor illusions.
I'd have to look at the text of that. I don't know if you can make multiple people with one cast of minor illusion.
Okay, I'm just going to have me be small next to her. And then everything I'm doing is what the little thing is doing, so she can be like, oh, okay.
And it has to be said that you are Zana's body with one big red arm coming out of where her arm was ripped off last episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and my arm is like longer than my whole body, and I can just stand on my arm.
Okay, and so you use minor illusion to make a smaller version of you that's less intimidating?
Yeah, and I'm about the same size, because she's probably isn't scared. She's just too big, you know?
Seeing that, Sprinkles locates a card in her deck, puts it into the Hollow Runner, which is what we decided the name of these devices were last episode, I believe. That was a Laura K original.
Yeah. Yeah, look at me having ideas sometimes.
And in front of you, a creature materializes. It's like a wizened man in a green robe who says, "I am the Emerald Wizard. What is your quest?" And then Sprinkles picks up the card and the Emerald Wizard disappears.
Well, we're currently looking for a big pink crystal that could fit in the back of gestures over at the other golem body.
When you say pink crystal, Sprinkles like roots around in wherever she keeps her items. She's wearing like a capelet that I imagine is kind of like a bag of holding somehow in there, and she pulls out a gem very similar to the one that Dio has on their back, but it is yellow. Is
the gem bigger than her?
This is Austin defers to Sophie time. It is. It's huge.
She just pulls out her pocket. It's huge.
For my purposes, I have been imagining the gem is quite large.
I have as well.
It's a Mega Sableye situation. We're all familiar with the Pokemon Mega Sableye, who has a gem that is bigger than them.
Yeah.
Also, it would be a good time for Dio to interject. Wait, is that what we're doing? What are we putting we're putting them back in the statue? Why?
Yeah, at this, Sprinkles sees you all referring to the other body and statue and kind of flaps her wings, floating off the wreckage and landing on your wagon, where she sees the statue body, and her nose like wrinkles disapprovingly at this. Dio, you get the sense this is like, it's like if you brought someone their like toenail clippings and like, here, it's you.
Yeah,
I brought you you. You'd be like, the fuck?
Yeah, that's absolutely how Dio feels about it. Like, they were going along with everyone rescuing the statue body before, but they didn't get that they were going to put them back in the body. That's gross, guys. That's disgusting.
I apologize. I was under the impression there was the gem, which is a being that can exist that currently isn't able to do much because it's just a gem without a body, and putting it back with the body would be a beneficial thing to do, and apologies if I've misunderstood that.
Dio shudders.
Yeah, I hope you can understand the sentiment of our actions rather than the actual actions, please.
Oh, yeah, I'll just go get all that rotten flesh that fell off of Peter and just slap it back on his body, okay?
I mean, the golem body didn't appear to have rotted, but sorry, we clearly misunderstood something. It appeared to still be in perfect condition.
Is that not something that we were supposed to do? Because, like, I thought that would be, like, a nice surprise, like, for later.
Vimble opens a bag of, like, rotten flesh he's been carrying around.
It's appreciated.
Never mind.
Juniper's gonna turn to Dio and ask in a, like, legitimate, like, genuine sense now. Have I been misunderstanding wrong in that, like, if your gem got removed from your body somehow, would you not want it put back in?
Put it back in what? My bong water?
Yes? Question mark? I don't know. You seem to be happy with the body you currently have. Would you not want us to put the gem back in the bong water and back you are?
Dio can't explain this, but is like, no, you gotta, kind of, like, makes a, like, a think, how to describe this gesture shit. It's very Kramer. Sort of claps their hands, but, like, the one hand almost like it's skipping off the surface of the other, right? And then extends that arm forward and is like, you gotta go forward.
You gotta make more, make new. Old bad, new good. New good, old bad.
Not old bad, just old.
Old is old. Mm-hmm. New is new.
Well, in that case, do you want to help us find a new body for the yellow gem?
Yeah, I mean, I bet look all around, there's so much stuff here, like, all this muck and slime and broken ships and stuff.
Assuming that our new friend is happy to part with the gem so that they can be a being again?
Sprinkles puts the yellow gem away again in the bag of holding somewhere under the cape, and points east where you're going, and once again puts down the green wizard card. I am the Emerald Wizard. What is your quest?
Oh, well, first we're gonna do a thing, and then I guess we gotta go make a wish. Actually, I'm not completely clear. What are we doing?
I'm Dio, and I create safety.
We do that?
We started on what was gonna be just a very basic research mission for university to learn things, and I guess we're now traveling to the ends of the earth to go find a new unclaimed region of existence.
Oh, and my friend is looking for what they call the rainbow lightning, and Dio, like, very disconcertingly, like, grabs her own face and moves it to one side. It just, like, peels the mask off for a second. And behind the mask is Ely the eel, who is just, like, drooling from the constant high of cocaine to the sequel to cocaine.
Excellent. At this point, Sprinkles flaps over to Juniper and taps the iron rod you're carrying, like, with import. And probably then also waddles over to Dio, and you have the broken black hilt from that sword, and like pokes it, and then flies back over to the wreckage and purchases like up on the on a shard of the skiff again, and looks pensive as if to say you haven't fully answered the question.
Can I roll insight on Sprinkles and try and figure out, like, a bit more of her deal? Because I know that she's a bit of a protector of the swamp and is kind of gatekeeping here, but, like, I want to get a sense of her agenda, so, like, we can answer in a way that is productive to our goals.
That's fair. Juniper's just trying to be honest, because so far deception has not treated our party well.
Yes, but Dio is trying to create safety and is aware that honesty on Vimble's part may result in us all dying.
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about fucking Vimble.
Oh, don't worry, Vimble's not gonna be honest.
I'm gonna roll insight too.
I botched it, so I know nothing.
I'll throw.
I got a 15.
Insight. I'm gonna roll one just to try and balance out that botch.
I botch insight all the time in real life.
I mean, it could be that I do just think honesty is the best policy, and I'm just like, and this one is here from a family of colonialist imperialists who are looking to strip mine everything here for as much profit as they can make.
Oh no.
Yeah, 15 and 10 means the party passes, but we do have a botch. So, Dio, yeah, I think your botch, which is really up to Sophie's roleplay, is you just don't understand the layer to which you should be hiding things about Vimble's family, maybe. But what I want to give the highest roller, Peter, is you understand Sprinkles is specifically asking you when you get to what are you trying to get to the edge of the world about? Insofar as there is an ecosystem uncreated, what would you create? Like, why not just go home? You know what I'm saying? And we've said,
Yeah.
You've all said this out loud to each other. Vimble said, "I want to create a world without crime." Dio said, "I want to find my creator." Like those questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that when Dio says that she wants to create safety, she follows on like, but we don't all have the same mission, and looks straight at Vimble.
So, like, I'm kind of just trying to chill, and I feel like if we could just make a place where everyone could chill, that'd be great.
I would like a place where, seeing all the damage that was done to plant life back in the old world, just a world where I could guarantee on some plants getting to live undisturbed and not just be pulled up the second they turn out to be useful.
I'm trying to create a world free of crime, where people are safe to work and to develop natural resources and extraction industries as much as they wish.
Some of our wishes are a little contradictory.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I think Sprinkles is a little taken aback at all of you having such different goals, and is thinking about this because also Austin is thinking about this. Peter, you said you want to create a world where people just chill. Sprinkles makes a gesture to you as if like, go on. Can you elaborate? What does that look like? Is the air like?
The air is drugs.
Okay, that's yeah.
Specifically, in my idea, like, the air would be drugs, but like not too much drugs, just enough so that like when you're feeling real bad, you can feel a little bit less bad, or you're feeling too really angry, feel a little bit less angry, so you can process how you feel, but not get irrational. Just chill out. You walk in, it's weed air all the time, but the good kind of weed.
While you're saying this, with the hand that doesn't have the hollow runner on it, Sprinkles is like gesturing, doing somatic wizard gestures, and is conjuring a minor illusion of this ecosystem. Like you see in front of you, like these rolling pleasant hills for like picnics appearing in front of you, and there's like little
hacky sack trees.
the air is like filled with like tiny little chill spores or something. It's just like making what this would look like, and then when you're done explaining, does the same thing for Juniper. It's just like overgrown with plants, like little holographic people try to walk in, and the plants just like close ranks, just wall of vines block them off. And it's just like all kinds of enormous, 100,000 foot trees that go up into space. Basically, it's just like complete total domination of plants. Vimble, that's the one that's tripping me out. Like, what is it? Just like everyone in perfect order, like Stepford Wives, like that, like no crime is that a? I mean, here's totalitarian.
Here's the thing: is that like what I've kind of like started to settle on with Vimble is that like the version of like his like view of justice that he's sort of started to develop is one in which there's like it's not actually particularly effective at preventing like weird shit or like crimes from happening, but like he just like wants it to be like zany, like he's like not actually like doing anything that like would effectively deter people from doing weird like breaking the rules and stuff, but because he kind of he needs there to be something to justify his presence as like a defender of like peace and justice. It's just
Like a Tim Burton Batman movie?
Yeah, but it is just a world that is also like brutally like brutally like retributive justice towards what are actually realistic and like rational forms of like crime that are committed. Like it's like if you're like just like a regular person who's like or like, you know, it's like a kid who like winds up like mugging people, like you're facing the same like severity of like consequences as someone who's like blowing up a bank or like trying to do like some supervillain shit, you know?
Well, yeah, so like with the minor illusions, show someone like shoplifting a bag of chips and the earth just opening up and swallowing them.
Yeah.
Like anyone jaywalking gets dragged to hell.
Yeah, but there's also like people who are like doing essentially supervillain shit who are able to like deal with that, but just like a regular, a petty criminal is absolutely being like dealt with as severely as that.
It's so funny you believe in jaywalking. Great.
That
Americans,
is
you're so
hey,
silly.
yeah. So weird living in a country where crossing the road is a crime. That's a weird concept.
The cars have rights. They're people.
Yeah.
You look left, you look right, isn't it busy? You cross.
In the early 1900s, the streets were considered for pedestrians, but there was an interest by the car companies to change that idea. So they had a massive propaganda campaign saying, like, if you're on the street, you're, like, super rude and gross and, like, a disgusting nightmare to society.
And Jay is an anti-Irish slur. That's what they worked in. It was the idea that the only people getting hit by cars were necessarily drunk and therefore probably Irish. But, you know, that's just a rare example of Henry Ford using his power over the media to spread racism. I'm sure that he's never done it any other time. Time to take a long sip of coffee and look up the protocols of the elder. Oh my God, no!
But yeah, I do want to say Vimble, because this is specifically like an ecosystem kind of dream or wish. It's almost like, you know, all the animals you would create would be like only designed to hunt criminals.
Yeah.
It'd just be like a fleet of Malinois or something.
But it's sort of like a Gilded Age, but like in like this sort of like Chicago school idea of like the city as like a like ecosystem.
The mittens all get little police batons and hats and badges.
Oh, that's adorable. Yes.
Juniper cannot let Vimble get to the end of this.
No, I was meaning to say earlier, and I think I want to say now, like, that Dio probably leans into Sprinkles and tries to quietly be like, I am not going to let any of Vimble's intentions happen.
Juniper will attempt to, like, quietly nod along.
The image is maybe like Vimble expounding at length on his philosophies of crime and punishment, and while he's doing it, we're pretending that we're all watching him, but we're all just like telling Sprinkles urgently, like, we don't agree. We don't agree. We don't agree with any of this.
We need a DPS to get us to the end of this alive, but like that ain't fucking happening.
So the question is, would Sprinkles entrust you all with the yellow gem? With the kind of mixed impression you're giving. Why don't you roll persuasion, Vimble with disadvantage, to see if Sprinkles will give you the gem?
My argument is
26.
going to be that I am kin with this gem. Whether that works or not, we will see. With a 24, which was a crit. So,
Yeah!
13, I didn't fuck it up too badly. I didn't undo your good rolls.
I just emanate real good vibes, and I just emanate that.
If that's a crit, then yeah, Dio, you're like, you stand behind Vimble as he's talking and do like the cutting the mic motion. you're like, none of this. And Sprinkles like nods and will pull out the gem and hand it to you specifically. And anyone else who looks like they're going to put their hand out, she will shrink from them, trying to give you the gem.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, then I hold it like high in the air, so I'm being clear that I don't want Vimble to touch it.
Oh, I thought you were doing like the Legend of Zelda, like da-na-na-na, because you can hand it a thing.
Yeah, maybe that's some of that too.
I am definitely picturing a rupee now that you say that.
Yeah, but I think Dio looks at the the yellow crystal and go and like holds it. Picture Hamlet and Yorick, and is like, "Hey there, how's it going?"
Oh no! Now this is lore. Can you communicate?
No, it's a little bit like babies in the womb kind of thing, where I think it's instinctually Dio likes the idea that she could be heard and would make a positive impression in crystal form, but doesn't know that or believe that as like a scientific fact. It's just a pleasing notion.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
While this is happening, Juniper is shuffling over to the cart in order to go roll the golem body into the swamp, being like, this shouldn't have been with us. Off it goes. Never took it with us in the first place. It's fine.
You kept the caravan heavy, so it was useful.
Yeah.
In fact, as you do that, Juniper, you see the big crack in the the axle of the wagon that was made in the last fight when the big blue man punched your wagon. I could make you roll for this, but I think just even a layman understands. Continuing without fixing this is going to make this worse.
I can use Tinkerer's tools if we've got stuff to do that with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. It's that's a 19.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Well, why don't you paint me a picture of you fixing this? This is going to take a little bit, but you have I have my bat wagon fixer. Alfred made this for me.
Oh, I'm like looking for just like various like like stuff that like looks also like creepy and gothic and like justicey to add to the wheel to just keep increasing the justice mobile aspect of it.
Yeah, I like that you're customizing this wagon more and more. Also, it couldn't hurt to remind everyone of the choice you made last episode, which is that this group is called Pants for Pets LLC.
Thank you. I had actually forgotten that, and that was very important knowledge.
I was gonna say we were only recorded last week, but it feels like a million years, and that was like some fever dream we all shared. But no, you did decide on that.
Yep.
Oh my god, wait, okay. One of my things for this word,
Prestidigitation.
Okay, thank you, Sophie.
No worries.
I can make faint musical notes. Can I give the Justice Mobile a little tune?
It now plays Bingo Was His Name-O like an ice cream van.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
yes, but very faintly, so it's like not too intrusive.
I also like the idea of like Vimble like adding spikes and sort of like just like tactical gear that's all like gothic themed and like made of small animals' bones to this like cart while like trying to explain like, yeah, so we're basically like the good guys, we're just like the heroes in all of this. I would love to just start like a mining operation right in this swamp.
Yeah, actually, justice is a positive concept, and it will be good for everyone, and everyone's gonna love it.
Have you ever read Murray Rothbard? You'd like him.
Oh, I was just gonna say while Dio is heavy quotes fixing the Justice Mobile, Dio is like holding her friend and just breathing white clouds all over it, just like to acclimatize the crystal to what Dio's gonna smell like. Again, this is like a comforting emotional reaction, is not like not lore for new ones. I suppose it kind of is new lore for new ones because it's Dio's like instinct, but it's not factual.
I mean, everything you do becomes lore for new ones. That's how that works.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Vimble's gonna take you all to fix the wagon, and you can paint me a picture of that. But while that's happening, everyone else, why don't you roll survival to hunt or to get camp stuff together? You need to rest. This is a long journey. Short rest, heal.
I got a 6.
21.
That's probably because I'm preoccupied with the crystal.
Yep, 21 and 10. You find enough supplies that it's not a problem. You don't get an excess, but everyone can roll hit dice to heal from the last fight. Juniper, you can describe to me what you do. You got the highest roll. That can include For example, finding an animal to roll animal handling on. I know last episode.
Could this hypothetically be the place where the natural enemy of the Sleagle happens to live?
You don't know that. You were told that
Okay.
Buddy the zoologist would have that information, and you're still on that quest.
Borrowing version of a very fast animal.
God, I don't want to make it a nicely described creature, because the second I describe it nicely, it's gonna hate me.
Can I pitch you the meta for a second?
Okay, sure.
Which is a half mole, half cheetah, and is therefore the opposite of the sloth eagle.
I've been broken. I'm like all of you now. I just have like intrusive thoughts about animal design I have to get out of my face. You know how a millipede has a bunch of arms? What if there was a creature like that but with wings? It like had it had all the wings. I don't know what else about it, but it's long and has many wings.
How many orifices?
That's the question. Oh man, how many times have I laid awake asking myself how many orifices?
Well, like,
How many holes?
this is a question we've already tackled in creature design. The mittens only had one. You can only go in. It's a one-way system with the mittens, right?
I mean, I've yet to think about number of orifices. That's not usually like one of the foundational things I think about a creature. I start like with other elements and I let the number of orifices reveal itself later.
I do quite like the idea that if something, was like a millipede but for wings, it would live in this environment. Like Austin already just described the slow lightning, the slow horizontal lightning that goes through the air. And I quite like the idea that there would be some kind of big flying worm guy.
Yeah, maybe it's fluffy, maybe it's got some nice ears, but it's just a big. It's sort of like a fluffy snake with many wings.
Oh,
Is that the noise it makes?
Oh, I like that.
that's the noise I make when I see it.
Okay.
What do I roll to befriend this thing?
Animal handling.
Before I put any more time into like deciding what it's like before it hates me.
That is always a concern.
Before it also wants Juniper dead desperately.
Yeah. I'm assuming animal handling. Let's roll it. 18. Not good enough to make a soul bonded friend, is it?
No, it's not, but I mean, it's cool.
No.
Peter, you also don't have a partner if you want to roll animal handling on this thing.
15.
Yeah, I think both of you find these many winged fluffy fellas, and you're like, these are sick, nasty. Like, I love them. They're very cool, and they're not hostile, and you can like have a good time with them. They're just not your life partners.
Can I eventually get like a desperation bonus on these animal handling rolls? Like, I'll befriend any animal at this point. Just love me.
Aww.
Will that help?
Does desperation help with creating love? I wonder.
I want to say you do know a zoologist who may have tips and tricks.
Ah.
I think Juniper is trying to find more food along the way, particularly because we're about to maybe have another new one, and I don't know if this one will be different. Maybe this one will require food. I don't know how this all works. So Juniper, along the journey that involves meeting this fluffy snake that isn't particularly interested, is just looking for any sources of food that happen to be in the swamp.
Yeah. While Vimble's working, he's just sort of like, explaining his his theories on how his world would work out. He's sort of just going I wouldn't even it's not like I would want to create sort of a state where there's no crime. To me, I would say that a state isn't about hegemony. A state is sort of defined by being the only agency in a country which gets its goods through force. It's an agency that's not a producer but inherently a parasite because it does not get its money through voluntarily but through taxation and by imposing its values onto a country. So we would want to get away with that and sort of just instead have a loose conglomeration of landlords and insurance companies.
Dio's been nodding along while kind of bouncing the crystal like you rock a baby, and then she's been nodding along like she's a cool roll with it, sure. And then he gets to the end of what he's saying, and she asks Vimble, "Cool, yeah, that's cool, babe. Just what's a state? What's that?" What is that thing?
Well, like I said, it's an agency in a given territory that gets its goods through force and through levying taxation.
It's evil, babes. It's evil.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Peter, do you want to do your nature roll to find some kind of drug?
Oh, I thought the survive. Okay, we're gonna do a different roll then.
I'm just trying to make you happy. I just want your dreams to come true. I just.
Oh, okay. All right, so 16.
Oh yeah, pretty good. You don't find anything as good as cocaine 2, but if you want to find, DMT 1.5 or something.
So this. Okay, I really wanted it to be the shitty one because then it would have been really good. So this one, is it possible for something to make one stat go up and then the other ones go down temporarily when you do it?
Yeah, that is definitely a thing. You're asking basically to get Fallout style chems?
It was sort of I wanted it to be that if you take it, you get high like you're on acid or mushrooms. And so your insight and perception go up, but everything else goes down. And you can have shared hallucinations with anybody else taking it at the same time.
I feel like 2 stats up, all other stats down is a pretty good balance for something like
I thought it seemed because you're high, you're hallucinating. So your insight on yourself, oh no, I was just a baby in space.
Your wisdom gets a temporary +1. Everything else, especially your strength and constitution, go down 4.
Yeah. Mechanically and narratively, I think that's pretty beautiful.
I thought it would be really good if it was perception, insight, and then everything else goes down. I don't know.
Yeah.
That reminds me,
That.
the last time I took mushrooms, I was like, I didn't do enough. I can still stand. Okay, so what you're suggesting is an entire game subsystem, which can get pretty complex. So let's say that you add that to your inventory, and you can tell me a little bit flavor-wise, and then we'll work on the mechanics maybe off-screen, because I'm not ready to commit to something that could completely break the balance of the entire game right now on air. But
oh, I meant it would only last for a little bit because we're all high, and I was like, well, what would happen if you're high? You lose a bunch of whatever, but then also you get to see who you are. But it's a little underwater mushroom that grows.
Nice.
And it's hard to find, but it's really good because you can basically have inception dreams together, and it's really fun. And basically you're tripping hardcore, but your insight and perception go way up, but everything else goes down. And if you trip together, it's wild. It's kind of like in those TV shows where they just randomly give the protagonist a drug and they come out the other side with a cool sword. They don't know how they got it.
That trope we all know and love. Our show is going to get a reputation. I feel like we've always been pro-drug, but this season feels especially like we're committing to the bit.
Well, I'm actually the most anti-drug person, but now I'm like, you know what? Yeah, we're going to do drugs. It's fine.
Austin, this is a show where I had a character do drugs to roll insight successfully on the universe and the state of existence and where we were in the cycle of reality.
Oh, yeah.
This is not new.
So you get your little underwater mushrooms. I think if Dio is listening to Vimble's poli-sci lecture and Juniper is hanging out with these cool wing snakes, Sprinkles actually follows you, Peter, as you kind of rummage for mushrooms in the swamp, and is just kind of flitting from tree to tree watching you, because you have a one big red arm, and she's just trying to scope what's going on with that. And then as you kind of put your haul into your bag, she flaps down. And if you see her close up, you see she has pretty sharp claws. I wouldn't say that they're razor sharp or anything, but like a dog would have. And she kind of reaches out with one nail as if, almost unfurling a sweater by pulling on a string. She wants to reach out with a claw and kind of unzip Zana's skin around the arm and see what's going on. What do you do about that?
Just let it happen.
Okay, yeah. Like as she reaches out a tentative claw, you don't do anything, and she kind of like puts the blade against like where the ragged edge of the Zana flesh is, and starts like tracing a line and revealing more of Peter's like red demon body.
Leave the butt. I need that.
The butt?
Yes. Do you respect my culture, Austin?
What a loaded question.
Do you respect my culture?
Demon culture, Zana culture, Mari
My
culture.
culture, Mari's culture. Do you respect it?
I'm scared, so I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Well, guess what? I am half Japanese, and in Shintoism, the soul is stored in the butthole. I need it.
Yeah, I'm aware of kappas and their soul-stealing ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
And farts are how I send my TPS
Oh my
reports.
god.
Okay, here's my mental image, is that Sprinkles kind of unzips the top half of Zana. From like waist up, you're just Tim Curry in Legend, red horned badass demon. And
Big buff.
yeah. And waist down, you're a cheerleader. Is that what is that?
Zombie cheerleader, yeah.
Oh god. Podcasts are good, is what I'm gonna say here.
Controversial take, honestly.
I skipped leg day.
You just say that. Yeah, I think Sprinkles gives you a long look. And it's really like thinking about some stuff.
I should point out I'm extremely sexy, but only because being sexy is evil. Peter himself has no like strong sexy feelings. The sexy is just what happened to Peter. So you don't feel intimidated by the sexiness. You're just pleasantly pleased to look at it. It's not intimidating. You don't feel like the sexiness is going to come for you, you know? It's just nice.
The sexiness will come for you is kind of...
That's how I feel around people who are too sexy. It's like stresses me out unless I know they're not interested in me at all, then I can relax.
Oh, is it sort of like a you don't know you're beautiful type situation?
No, he knows. He just doesn't have... He just is like, but I'm not going to do any... I'm not going to be sexy. Just am.
I appreciate you respecting official Catholic law that that getting horny is a trick by the devil.
It is.
To make you sin.
Yes. Just like that statue of Lucifer that the church was like, cover that up. That's too sexy.
And then, they hired a different guy to make one, and he made it even sexier.
Yeah. Because they were making the devil. You can't not. They were forced by evil forces.
Yeah. I think Sprinkles like looks through her deck for a different card and pulls one out, and it's when she plays it, it's just like a little kind of hunched over woman. Like you get the sense that this isn't a very particularly powerful card, and it's just like this little old lady who just says, "You're safe, my child."
Thanks.
What was said again?
Seeing that Peter is actually a demon and appears to have been hiding in some capacity, Sprinkles played a card just like an old woman it's just like who says, "You're safe, my child."
My tiny minor illusion comes up, and pats. Well, they can't really do it, but pats are on the back.
Can I roll religion?
Yeah, I think at a certain point... Oh my god, oh Lord Jesus.
Sorry, yeah, you were about to say something, but I rolled a zero botch. A
Zero
botch minus
minus
one.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Oops.
Yeah, all I can say is that you think, like, everyone comes back to camp. Vimble finishes fixing up the wagon. Peter brings, like, his haul of mushrooms. Juniper, you come back with, like, food. Dio's rocking the gem. And everyone's like, all right, let's make camp and sleep for the night before we continue. And at some point, someone says to you, Peter says, "Hey, Sprinkles summoned this little old lady who reassured me." And you're like, oh, shit, Sprinkles is in league with the demons and, like, thinks you're evil.
Cool.
Oh, fuck. Gotta make sure no one's gonna murder you in the night now in some kind of holy ritual. Is that how it works? I don't know.
This is interesting because a lot of NPCs so far have been hostile to Juniper for reasons that obviously aren't really her fault. But this is one where I think like Sprinkles doesn't have anything against you, but you, because of your role, might have something against her. You're like, this bitch is hiding something.
I don't think that I necessarily have anything against her, but I think this is a case of I'm going to be very vigilant for anything that might even be the first sign of a threat. Like, I think Juniper has been trying to be like, no, I'll stand my ground a bit more the last few episodes, and instantly she's back to, nope, prey response, threats everywhere.
Yeah. So you all make camp for the night. We already rolled hit dice, but like this is the narrative of everyone getting rested now. Probably on the wagon. You don't want to sleep in like the swamp, like water or anything, although you can probably find some dry land if you insist. Sprinkles like roosts almost like a bat to sleep. During the night, do any of you do anything? I assume, Juniper, you said you want to stay vigilant, maybe perception?
20 on perception.
Oh, I know exactly what happens. Fuck, I love dice. They
Dice
are good.
are great.
Okay, with a botch on religion and a 20 on perception, an incredible situation happens, which is everyone's like sleeping for the night. Most people are gathered on the wagon by the lightning rod, but Sprinkles is roosting on some wreckage of a skiff, and you are keeping an eye out because you're a little paranoid that Sprinkles is in league with demons or something, is like secretly evil. And so you keep an eye on her deep into the night, and you see one of those slow horizontal lightning bolts coming towards her, and you have all the time in the world to do something. Do you?
Oh shit. Okay. I think Juniper's response to this is, if this were some evil religious force, the elements of nature would probably know to stick the fuck clear of them. I don't think if you're an evil force of religious danger, lightning's gonna just get ya. So I think Juniper is going to... Because, like, look, Juniper's not here to just watch someone get hurt with no proof. I think Juniper's going to use the steel staff and lightning rod the lightning.
Okay, well, so if you had the iron rod, you would have to run over and use it to conduct the lightning, which means you are getting electrocuted. So do you choose to get electrocuted to save Sprinkles or not?
Yes.
All right. Oh, this is good. So you're suspicious. You're watching. The lightning's getting closer. It's getting closer. Sprinkles is sleeping.
Yeah.
Suddenly,
at no point has the lightning decided to like make a detour around. No supernatural religious senses have woken Sprinkles up to know that it's going to happen.
Correct. She's just sleeping.
Yeah, Juniper's just like, shit. Maybe my theory's a little off. Fuck.
All right, and then you just jump up, run over with the iron rod, and stick it in the way to catch the lightning.
Yeah. I think maybe had Juniper not been so suspicious, I think she might have had time to get the lightning rod down and get away from it in time, but I think this is a last-minute, oh fuck, maybe I misjudged moment.
Uh-huh.
And Juniper is going to use that rabbit hop to do a big leap and try and just leap at the ground, iron rod first.
All right, you take 22 damage.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Austin, what the hell?
Are you alive?
Ouch. I'm alive.
You
I'm
frying
alive.
this bunny on our show right now?
I'm alive. I'm alive.
And everyone can wake up and see this. You know, Sprinkles wakes up and like bounds over to you as you were like smoking in shallow water. The rod like lands and sticks into the mud.
Dio wants to rush over towards Juniper. Wait, I have a healing. I could do a healing. Hang on a second.
Uh-huh.
Juniper, oh no! And cure wounds. But a cure wound. But the way that I cure wounds is I like still use the finger gun. So Juniper's been like just been blasted, and then I like just blast a spell at her as well.
Yeah.
But it's a good blast because it heals you for 8 health.
Juniper is on the floor and just looks up at Sprinkles and goes, I guess I know you're not in league with the lightning, and passes out.
I mean, do we know that? Can Vimble do like an investigation to see what happened, or like to try and figure out what happened?
Oh my god.
I mean, I think it's pretty evident. Unless you want to role play otherwise, I think it's pretty clear what happened because you've all seen the lightning, and your friend is.
I don't know. I feel like Vimble's instinct to wake up and immediately start investigating a crime scene that doesn't need investigating.
No, I mean that's definitely a great character choice. I just
Nobody move. Everyone's a suspect. And then, oh whoa, I got a 7.
Oh, whoa.
yeah, you.
What's this?
Yeah, you find a leech on your butt.
And I'm like, this is evidence, and I put the leech into like a bag that I have.
Yeah. So people care for Juniper with cure wounds and just making sure she's okay. Move her back to the wagon. The night is not as restful as maybe you were hoping. But Sprinkles now owes you her life, and you.
Hooray!
I think in the morning when the dawn breaks and everyone kind of gets ready to continue. This is something last episode, Dio, you rolled history on homunculi, and I told you, but I don't think anyone else knows. But she draws in the mud like a figure of a big person, or like a person, and then a line under it to what is clearly like a picture of her, like a little pug with wings kind of person, and then puts an X through the bigger person, and then communicates that also kills her. Like she's saying, you saved my life, which is dope, but I am an expendable tool of someone else, and I'm just trying to communicate to you that like the value of my life out here is very low, and like I just want you to know that I see what you did, and no, people don't treat me like that. It's like immediately you and Sprinkles had kinship, Dio. She's like, oh, you were also like what is considered like not a person to many people, and like we have that in common. But now it's like also Juniper, you and I have something as well too. And also weirdly enough, Peter, last night Sprinkles tried to say something to you, and I don't know if you got it.
Just everyone but Vimble, basically.
I mean, well, we've got a business relationship though.
I want to like look quizzically at Sprinkles and like cross out the line between Sprinkles and the big person.
Yeah, I mean, this Sprinkles reacts like you just. I'm trying. Sprinkles reacts like shocked, like what you did was like religiously blasphemous, but also exciting. It's like if someone hadn't heard of sex and you explained it for the first time. It's like, whoa, what? You mean like...
Oh, so she's like, whoa, that's gross.
Just like the idea of being severed from that connection, or there's like someone in control of her is like both forbidden and exciting. And she like shakes her, or like nods actually like, oh yeah. And then it's like, oh wait, no, shakes my head like I shouldn't think that's dangerous thought.
Right, okay.
Everything's dangerous out here. You might as well have dangerous thoughts that let you be your own person.
I guess Dio would say, but can it be done?
Yeah. Arcana?
Hell yeah. 18.
Yeah.
And Austin's like, no.
Oh, that's very funny. So I want to say, the ritual to create a homunculus is actually really simple. Most like wizards do that, and their whole purpose is like to create something that knows everything you know but can't talk, so that it can do errands for you. But if it's captured, it can't be interrogated for your knowledge because it can't talk. And it is like it's slavery with extra steps. IMO.
That's horrible. You're enslaving yourself. Like
the extra step is incense.
That's like an episode of Black Mirror. That is an episode of Black Mirror.
That's
they did that.
The show Severed, which is very good. People should check it out.
Oh, Severance is good.
Severance, that's it. Sorry,
yeah,
really good show.
But yeah, with this great roll, I'm gonna lay it out on the table here, which is that Sprinkles can't like be a party member and help you because she has to do whatever her creator wants. But if you could break that connection, if you could sever that connection, she could be an ally to you more long term and would be extremely grateful.
Okay, I just wanted to reiterate because you said that's my Arcana roll, but when I said, can it be done, I was actually asking Sprinkles, who, if she contains, you just told me that I know that she contains all the knowledge of her wizard creator, so she should know.
Yeah, I mean, yes is the answer. She like nods reluctantly because she does have she does have free will in a sense. Like she can move without getting permission and stuff, but it feels bad because she has like the desires of her creator internalized, which is
those urges, wizard urges.
Is this a situation where she is able to tell us things like, this is where you would go? Like, is she able to tell us things that would further our breaking that connection against her master's will?
That's a great question. I would say this kind of the way I would picture this is like adding this to your quest log. Like right now you have like find body for yellow gem, and you also have break Sprinkles connection to her creator as like 2 separate quests now. But like Sprinkles is not going to continue with you for the moment. She has like stuff she needs to do, which apparently involves attacking.
You have to free her. Oh my god.
Involves attacking like conquistadors, which is pretty dope, to be clear.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what impression you have of this wizard. In universe, this is not considered like a perverse thing to do, but obviously as a person in 2022, I read the monster manual, was like, gross. Would love to explore this.
Vimble, don't fuck this one up.
We absolutely must end this terrifying form of enslavement. It's freaking me out.
I mean, it doesn't seem. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, whoever's, like, I mean, no. Yeah, we should definitely like bring some of our values to here, and I think that like we can really bring like democracy here, actually. So yeah, no, I'm on board with this.
Vimble is like the personification of very specifically that one interview where Elon Musk talked about wanting to do indentured servitude in space. Like the human being.
I was literally going to say, Vimble, do you suggest Sprinkles buy her freedom?
I mean, is that an option? Like,
it's a free market.
I would meet Vimble on his terms here and say, well, she should be able to sell herself, right? Because you believe in absolute property, but she currently can't because she's had that right taken away. So we should free her so she could sell herself into slavery.
Yeah, I mean,
doing mind judo.
I'm on board with this. I mean, also, like, so yeah, like when I was like that thing about the state that I was saying, I was quoting Murray Rothbard, who is the guy who's famous for saying that parents owe nothing to their kids and should be able to sell their kids into slavery. Also though, Vimble does not believe in anything really in a sense that would get in the way of him like extracting profit, and so is very happy to support whatever side would be most willing to work with the Berrycheeks, and so yeah.
Yeah, so you have a great character tension going forward as Sprinkles tips her hat to you and begins to fly away, and you all can continue east with your wagon and your Rons.
Dio is thinking about whether she has to do like God's will.
Do you see why at the beginning of the season I was like, Dio, we are going to talk about homunculi later?
Yeah.
It's Dio relevant. You all saddle up.
Vimble's just sort of like pacing in the back, sort of like replaying the like conversations he had, and like just like sort of like practicing his handshake to himself.
Oh my god.
Like Kendall Roy shit.
Juniper, are you fully healed? This is gonna be your last opportunity for short rests or any healing spells before we get back into.
If I'm able to take a short rest, I will use some hit dice because I am not at full, not by a little way.
You see Vimble like practicing like cool ways of giving out his business card.
Oh my god. You see Vimble imagining seeing a better looking business card and having a meltdown.
Oh lord.
Look, the subtle off-white.
Yeah.
You all begin going east again. I think in the distance, like through, it's not thick tree coverage in the swamp, but there's enough where there's some obscuring at the horizon line. You think you see something weird up ahead. It's hard to tell. I don't know if you want to roll anything, but there's something in the distance coming up.
I wish to perceive.
I would also like to perceive.
17.
24.
Holy shit. Yeah, everyone crushed that. 24, the highest. Juniper. You know, usually when you do perception, we default to sight as the five senses. I want to give you smell. You're a bunny person. So
Yeah.
you're going east. You see something in the distance. It looks like a structure. With a 24, you're like, okay, it's reliquary time. Every biome has one. We're about to get nasty with it. But then you get this scent, and it's familiar. You've smelled it twice before, and it takes you a moment. But then you remember Mittens, the creatures you met in the jungle. You know that Red, the Cyclops, has one with her, and that's a good indication that Red is nearby. If nothing else, Red and the Mittens.
Excellent.
That cat is stinky.
What terms did we leave on with Red last time? I know that I won the home gang. I can't remember whether Red was annoyed with us or not when last we departed.
It depends on your proclivities. I'd say it could be a fun, flirty dynamic, or it could be a scary, dangerous dynamic, depending on what you're into.
I think for Juniper it's a little bit fun, flirty mechanic. Assuming that's what Red's getting.
She was impressed by your skill and audacity, and she was like, "Oh, damn, that's cool." Like, she doesn't like losing, but also like,
no,
it's fun to meet someone who's badass. Especially if
badass.
if you're wired the way Red is. I think she's badass is kind of a thing she's interested in. But yeah, there's a mitten somewhere. I think probably also you know that the Zorblack would be here. As you approach the reliquary, this is the last chance to do anything. I want to reiterate before we start doing some real D&D stuff.
All Dio is really doing is looking out around in the environment for where the yellow crystal would like to form a body.
I'm gonna cast Bark Skin on Juniper.
So you have the iron rod, and when you cast magic, like rainbow flames kind of burst out of it, and you're covered in bark, and so you're extremely resilient. One of the ongoing storylines, I think, of this arc is that the resources of the party are pretty low. A lot of spell slots have been expended, so I think that's something for the audience to keep in mind as far as the drama. I know you don't have the character sheets in front of you.
I mean, I'm lucky that I took a short rest, and that means I can get a little bit of my magic back, but not a huge amount.
But so now you get up to this reliquary. You see pretty clearly here. You would say it's half sunk into the swamp, but you assume that's the way it's supposed to be. Is it kind of almost has a sense like that it's emerging from the swamp. It is a large metal building. It seems to be like thick, gleaming metal in a very interesting way. The stereotype holds true. Americans can only envision things in terms of football field. It is a football field sized metal building, metal all the way through, which even like pre-apocalypse it would have been rare for a whole building to be metal like this. It seems smooth on all sides, which is also strange. It has almost like an airplane hangar feel to it, but it's kind of like sitting in the swamp very strangely. And now, as you approach, Juniper, you see why the smell was so heightened, which was that you see the Mittens like lying next to the building on the ground, maybe unconscious, but the smell coming from it's very strong.
Is there any kind of temperature difference around here?
So the whole swamp is extremely humid. Like, it is hot. But yeah, it's mostly the humidity that is like pretty bad. I thought about making some kind of like constitution save here, but like that can get very bad if you start failing those.
Can I do like a medicine check or something to check that the Mittens are okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah, my instinct was that the Mittens was lying down on a warm patch. But
10, very average.
Oh, wow. 10, 11, 13, 14? Wow, all very average. I think you all kind of park the wagon, jump out, and go over to the mittens. And it seems injured, semi-conscious, and strongly smelling of some kind. Almost like there's a patch of like burned feathers on it. It's kind of like a big, tall bird thing, right? Does it have fur or feathers?
Can I try and investigate to see if I can get a sense of like what went down, what attacked it, or if there's like any hidden clues?
With these medicine rolls, it's hard to tell. It appears to be injured. It appears to be half conscious. It's not in a good way. But with these rolls, you don't know what the danger is. You see this big metal building, and it appears to have like some kind of door, but it's hard to tell because the whole building is like smooth in a very strange way.
My gut instinct is if the mittens are in trouble because of the whole soul bond thing, I'm assuming Red's not in a great state.
The mittens was designed only to kill. It cannot bond. The bond creatures are specific. Yeah.
I don't know why I thought they were bonded. Right.
She literally had it like hogtied and was dragging it around with her. It was like chaining it to things.
Yeah, but like that might just be the relationship they've got.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, I guess we head in. I don't know how to I got bad medicine. I don't know how to help these things.
I'm not keen to go in first because I'm carrying my friend.
Juniper is covered in bark and is ready to stroll in first.
All right. Juniper, you approach the big metal building. You see there are kind of like seams on two sides that make you think, oh, like there's a door here. There's no obvious handle. Maybe you lift from the bottom and you try to like pick up the front door and you find out what hurt the mittens, which is the tremendous electrical current running through this metal building that runs into your body. Constitution saving throw.
Not again.
Do I get any bonus for being covered
Come
in
on.
wood, a not terribly electrically conductive material?
The way the mechanics work is that bark skin raises your AC, and that this is a Constitution save, which is just a different vector.
6. 6.
You take 13 damage and fall smoking to the ground for the second time in 12 hours as you are terribly electrocuted by this metal building.
Juniper's having a bad day.
Yeah.
Dio says smoking's bad for you.
But I like
Someone learned humor. Yeah.
And then blows out a big white cloud.
Juniper. You land next to the mittens, and both of you are just like burned, laying in the mud. And you look over at it, and it's like eyes flicker, like open a little bit. It looks at you, and it's just like, yeah, dog, same. Like it just passes between you.
I lightly curl up to the mittens, just like, I need a sec.
Can I look for like any like signs or clues or any like hints about what's going on with the building?
Absolutely. Investigation?
15.
Nice. Yeah, you walk around the whole perimeter of the building, and it's smooth metal all over. The thing with a 15 is that the whole thing is electrified, and you also remember the lightning bolts weaving through the swamp. You assume that this is a reliquary of the god of lightning or electricity, and that bypassing or enduring the electricity is part of the test to reclaim whatever is inside. The only thing I'll say as far as getting in is it appears to be one entrance, and it appears to be extremely dangerous on purpose, and that there could be a creative solution, but there's not an intended solution.
So I'll look at like inventory if there's any thing that could be used that doesn't conduct electricity.
That doesn't. I have leather armor and a bedroll. I have a disguise kit and a costume kit. Can I make a suit that is like lightning resistant for someone?
Theoretically, I should say in the background while you're talking about this, like lightning hits the lightning rod on the Justice Mobile, and you all are like, jump in surprise again, and you're like, wow, good thing we set that up, or else we would have returned to a completely charred, destroyed wagon on our way out.
Can I make an outfit that is fully... Does anyone want to be the person who wears the outfit, or should I make outfits for everyone?
I want to say roll for your disguise with proficiency, and then we'll see what the roll is, and we'll work from there.
9.
Yeah, you can create something that is resistant but not immune to electricity, and only one. So somebody can try to lift the door, and they will take reduced damage, but it's going to be like, Spider-Man trying to stop the train.
Can he use Tinker's tools on the outfit I just made to improve it?
Sure.
Okay. So that's a D20 plus 2. Oh no, that's 5. I think do I make it worse or?
No. If you had botched it would be worse, but no, 5 is low. But I'm not gonna like make this even more difficult.
Juniper's gonna start working on a plan. Mold earth, tunnel under the door.
Ooh.
Yeah, I said the building seems sunk in mud. Mold earth is a cantrip, so you can do this freely. So I'll explain, like, your iron rod starts glowing and the mud starts like pushing down in front of that, and you see that the metal continues down. It seems like the building is essentially half submerged. And you don't know that there's
this isn't even the problem I was guessing would happen, which is the earth's real wet around here, and the second I excavate it out, it just slops back in, was my worry, but it's worth a try.
I was just gonna offer the outfit to Dio because Dio's made of water right now.
Oh, thanks. I'll probably just hang out here with points at the crystal.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But it's Constitution, is it? We need to not take damage.
Yes, but you also
okay.
This is like a multi-ability reliant check because you need strength to open the door and Constitution to not.
Yeah.
Maybe Dio looks around at the rest of the party and is like, "Well, I mean, like I'm hanging out here, but if you, I'll give it a shot. Let you all in."
Fuck it. Juniper's gonna try and open the door again. One more go.
Oh.
I got a +3 in Constitution. That's all right.
It might
That's
just be one more go.
Yeah.
I can survive.
Wait! Juniper, put on the suit.
Oh yeah. What bonus do I get for the suit?
So you need to make a athletics check to pull the door up, and then you'll do a Constitution save with advantage because of the suit.
Conveniently, Peter was making a bunny person-sized suit the whole time.
It's a one size fits all. It has elastic in it.
The athletics is an 18.
Holy shit. Hercules.
Tiny.
Okay, and I get advantage on the Constitution.
I can't believe
So?
Juniper's big dicking all of you.
14. Will that do on
Fantastic.
Constitution?
What's great about this is that I gave you advantage. The first roll was a 5, which absolutely would have fried your entire butt.
Yeah.
So your electricity is still flowing through you. It is dampened by the outfit, which I think we need a little bit more description of. But here is what.
Since I fucked it up, it's like a very like sewn together leather rags.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it just looks like shit.
It looks like shit. That's what it says in the catalog. All right, Juniper, you're going to take half damage. So 7. Are you still conscious?
I am still conscious.
All right, Juniper, you pull this on. Everyone's like looking at you like, oh man, she is she is toast. She's so fragile and she's so burned. And you just start fucking going ham on this door. You lift it with all your strength. Electricity's flowing through you. The smell of burning hair is like filling this area of the swamp now. It's like oppressive. And you just keep beast moding on this. And you lift the fucking door, tears in your eyes, and everyone is like able to run in if they want.
I run in. What?
Oh yeah.
I can't wait. I have to like crawl on the ground because Juniper's really short.
I really wasn't going to before, but I just have to now. I feel like I'll be disrespecting Juniper's incredible
No,
strength.
Juniper will not feel disrespected if you stay outside. That's okay.
I'm in. It's happened.
Okay. Once Juniper like drops the door behind them, she's gonna look to the party and just go, You know, by the third time it happens, getting electrocuted isn't so bad.
You know, I think Juniper should get, like, some sort of electricity resistance now, because she's built up an immunity, like poison.
I like the idea that some night you're going to catch Juniper electrocuting herself with Ely the eel and being like, I was just trying to chase that high, man.
I just like the idea of, like Juniper having this, like, sort of, like, cool, like, hero moment, and then Vimble being like, is that real? Is that... And, like, just, like, getting up in her face to be like... Are you being real with me?
Are you faking?
Don't get me wrong. Juniper is very hurt and had a bad time and is not having a fun time, but it was less bad.
Sophie, can I ask why you put pregnant Pikachu in the chat?
You know why?
Because sometimes the best moments in life are the ones you never planned.
Oh.
And no one was expecting her to roll this well.
I wish I had been aborted rather than see that.
A fun Dice Funk fact for all listeners is that I make lots of posts in the Discord channel while we're recording, and Austin tries to ignore them. Some of them he can't.
It's hard because they're so good.
Look, I'm resisting the urge to now trying to... All I want to do right now is overlay that with the audio of Pikachu speaking English saying I love you to Ash.
Oh, no.
Oh, I've got something for this.
You've got something for this? Do you mean pregnant Pikachu or healing?
No. I mean, like, for pregnant Pikachu. I mean, it's not even related to pregnant Pikachu. It's just also cursed.
Also, Mari healed me for 10, so thank you.
This can't be the pregnant Pikachu episode.
Look, this wasn't going to be the pregnant Pikachu episode, but the most memorable episodes of the podcast are the ones you never planned.
Oh, no.
Thanks, YowieFan53, for that enlightening comment.
So is the gem the Pikachu and Dio is Ash? Or is
I
Dio
think-
the Pikachu?
I think that Juniper is Ash and the door is Pikachu. In that she just slammed it open.
That Pika bussy be hitting different.
So what happens now we're in here?
Oh, man. Okay. So you all find yourself in an entrance hall. You get a little bit of deja vu because you've been in a couple like this before. All of the walls are appointed with beautiful murals of various gods of lightning and thunder. Zeus, Thor, Raijin, a bunch you don't recognize throughout history. These are all along the walls, like telling the story of this lineage of lightning.
The thing that strikes you as different from all the other antechambers you've been in before is that the doors are open. Usually there's like a little puzzle here that you have to solve. You have to like sing a song or move some elements to get the thing to open. It's already open, which may strike you in any number of ways.
I mean, it makes sense. Red probably got in here first. Red's probably gone through.
Uh-huh.
Is there an item that Red has maybe overlooked that we can pick up along the way? Because this is Red's first. Red may not know to look out for cool items to pick up.
That's the second chamber. Usually there's one puzzle, there's one item, and there's one coffin. Right now you're at the puzzle, but it's already been solved. So if you all are ready to move on to the next one,
Oh yeah.
this is a chance to heal whoever beast moded the door. Juniper, are you as ready as you're going to be?
Yeah, I'm gonna run a real quick second cure wounds there.
Sam is now blessing us with pregnant Harry Potter.
Yeah, my friend
wow.
Maya did a whole art thing where, she did M-Preg Harry Potter, where he's part of the Omega-verse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. So he's an Omega. Yeah, okay.
I could have been a normal person. I could have been a lawyer. I didn't have to be dealing with this.
Look, see, I don't
Lawyers
mind
aren't
this
normal
because I'm see, I don't mind this one being sent because I know it would really fucking frustrate
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling to have the idea of Harry Potter being pregnant.
Oh, okay.
Like that would not be to her liking.
Yeah.
And I approve.
Okay, Laura doesn't mind as much Harry Potter Emperor as we can find.
Oh, you've just made a horrible mistake.
You can send as much as you like as long as you also tag J.K. Rowling in the same post.
Well, yeah, speaking of Maya.
All right, you know what? Everyone dies. I'm leaving.
Yeah. No, yeah. That video's so good.
My God, Harry Potter and the Unborn Child. What is this? Where are you finding this? I walk through the door.
Yeah, what's in the next room?
You walk into the next chamber, and it's a very large open chamber. It seems like there are big metal poles on the sides of the room, like a series of them. And as you walk in, you see lightning arc between them. It's sustained, like almost like a wall of lightning for a couple seconds, and then stop. And then start again, and then stop. And there are like a dozen of these lightning walls between you and the edge of the chamber, and you can hear voices in the distance.
Can I do the thing from Ocean's 12 where the hot French guy who's not hot break dances through that?
I would absolutely love that. Acrobatics.
Thank you.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You. 21.
Yes.
Okay, I put in ear headphones, even though they're not real, just 2 sticks in my ears, and I start break dancing through the lightning fields with my tiny little Zana zombie legs and my huge giant demon upper body. It's insane. It's incredible.
This is the best mental image that's ever been conjured. I do have to say that Peter keeps mentioning advanced technology that doesn't exist anymore, like MP3s and cord phones.
That's because it's evil.
I was gonna say that makes me think that whatever demon company you work for, you've hinted that like they have unusual beliefs about things, but that there's some kind of like secretive enclave like holding old world technology, which is just like, oh, they're the demon Brotherhood of Steel, which honestly rocks.
But all of their logic is really stupid, and that's what holds us back.
And I love that. I really want to explore this. This is like a concept that is hitting me at a perfect angle.
We have advanced technology, but we're too stupid to use it right.
That's the Brotherhood of Steel. So you break dance through all these lightning walls as they flicker on and off, and then you get to the other side as everyone stands like slack-jawed at you, and then you turn around and look at them smiling.
Vimble's gonna like be like, oh yeah, and then he's gonna try and do the same thing, but instead of like breakdancing, he's doing like the most chaste like classical ballroom dancing.
All right.
Fuck.
So that's a 9.
Vimble takes only 2 damage. Look at those dice. You love to see them.
Oh my god.
You just bounce off, essentially, and you are fall on your butt.
Juniper's gonna try and nimbly leap from one side of the room to the other, try and find the most sort of bounceable route through possible.
Dio is looking at the wall of lightning and thinking, yo, this will be fine because I'm made of water, so it'll just go through me, no issue. And my buddy inside me is an electric eel anyway. But she's also thinking, what about my other buddy? And she's looking at the crystal and she's looking at the lightning. She's like, lightning body? Actually, she says it to the crystal. She's like, would you like a lightning body?
Oh my god.
Body made of lightning?
Oh my god.
Is that what you're telling me right now? You want a body made of lightning? She like holds the crystal up to her ear as if it can talk to her.
While this is going on, Juniper rolled a 12 to get across this room of lightning. Is that enough?
With a slightly above average roll, you get halfway through and then stop yourself at the last moment before you go face first into an electric wall. And now you are kind of trapped halfway like Phantom Menace, where you like sit down.
If that is not a high enough number, there's a thing I've never used for when I fail dex saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
I can use my reaction to add a d4 to the result.
Yes.
I got lucky footwork. I got them lucky feet.
Love that.
I got lucky rabbit's feet.
Oh.
Okay, that only added a 1. 13. Does that help significantly, Austin?
Rip.
It does not, unfortunately, get you to the next level. But
I take an additional step and go, that really wasn't worth it.
All right, so Peter, you're on the other side of these electric walls. Juniper, you're halfway through. Vimble and Dio, you're at the beginning. I want to say, Peter, you hear these voices up ahead in the next chamber, and you do recognize them. One is obviously red, not surprising to you. But the other one, I was trying to rack my brain there. I don't know if you heard the hesitation. I was like, would Peter recognize this voice? But you were in Zana during the university function. So you do recognize the voice of Buddy the Dryad.
Ooh.
Who is, as we discussed, kind of like the aesthetic is kind of like an 80s rock star. He has like rings on all his fingers. He has like a cool leafy haircut. This is the zoologist who has kind of a fun rivalry with Juniper. Also the one Juniper is looking for specifically to get an animal to counter the Sleagle.
Yeah.
Oh, this dude.
You can ask him how to make good animal friends.
Yes. But yes, you can hear them arguing now. Red's like, I was here first, partner. And Buddy is like, yeah, whatever, man. This is my shit. You want to fucking go? Do you see how many teeth this thing has? Let's rumble, buddy.
I bust down the door and dance.
Juniper wants to get through. This seems important. Can Juniper make another attempt to leap through this in some way?
Yeah. So you just rolled. So I'm curious if anybody else wants to begin the wall journey before we go back to you. But definitely, that's where we're heading.
As much as I want to just no-sell this by having dictated how my character works, I do want to respect that Austin wants a roll from everyone. So I would like to propose that Ely the Eel's nature is how I'm hoping to take in this lightning and have it not be an issue. Can I do a nature roll?
Interesting. My intuition is to do Constitution save to kind of have Ely absorb the lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Nature would be just me telling you that would work.
My Constitution save was 13.
13 above average. Here's what I'm going to say is that you take one damage.
Okay.
Just
that tracks.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Poor roll there, but just like the heat, like the electricity itself doesn't harm you, but the heat of your bong water begins boiling, and it's not.
As I said before, electricity is not so bad once you get used to it a bit.
Yeah. Inside, Ely goes, "Ooh, mamba."
What are you, Jim Carrey's The Mask? You're like, smoking.
Yeah, exactly. So if I am just like, other than that, basically just walking through the walls of lightning, I would like to, at the end, at the last wall that my friends cannot pass, jam the crystal into the lightning.
Okay. I wish I could afford Metallica Ride the Lightning. That the drop would be so perfect right now. Yeah, shit, fuck, ass, bitch, tits, cock.
You called? Yes. Hello.
All right, to paint me this picture. This how this works? Do you get a lightning person?
Yeah, I think the first part is that like as she's jamming the crystal into there, like the wall of lightning starts to warp and form like not quite a person yet, but like rudimentary stick figure shapes, and she's like, if you want to go past, you can now. Like the wall has like gone from being a wall to having these big gaps in it. I think it's like a person sort of struggling to find form, because it's like a lot of energy that it has to like wrap around into a person shape. And at first it's like she's trying to push the crystal in, and then it's almost like she's trying to hold it from getting like shooting out of her hands, and then eventually she's able to like let go, and it like holds there, and the lightning is still pouring in from like where it was being emitted from, but then like it maybe the was it rods they're coming out of?
I'm literally picturing the puzzle in the first Pokemon game and the third gym.
Right, nice.
It's literally that.
Yes, cool. Okay, cool. Well, like the Tesla coils or the orbs or the rods or whatever, like kind of spark and maybe like char a bit as like the last of the lightning kind of comes out of them, as if the person has just like taken all the lightning.
Oh man! Next season, everyone's playing a human.
I'm planning to play a guy called Stu. He works in an office.
So a lightning person with a yellow gem on their back, like the back of their neck, forms. Maybe even pulls in some of the metal, like to give it a little bit of structure.
I think maybe, yeah. I think that where they're standing, because it's just such an intense amount of energy, the metal underfoot is like melting and bubbling at their feet, and so then because that's happening, that starts to bubble into their form as well, and so like. Oh shit, this is good. Actually, okay, let me backtrack a second. Okay, they're forming and like their whole form is lightning, so to look at it, just blinding white light, but you can hear like the crackling of electricity of this like person shape, but just like glowing white with a crystal stuck in their back, at the top of their back. And then like when it looks like they've like just when they fully form, they like fall down onto their hands and knees, like they're struggling to hold in all of the energy. And where they're touching the floor, like the floor just starts bubbling with like the heat, like it becomes red hot metal. And that molten metal starts like seeping into them as well, like where they're touching the floor. So like their feet, their knees, their hands. And then like, then it's clear that like they become, those parts become like slightly metallic, and it's like, some of the lightning, they're able to just like dissipate back into the floor through those contact points. And then like, so then what's left is, it looks like they basically can now handle the amount of lightning inside them. And so you can kind of see like these molten metal hands and feet. And, essentially it's like they're floating in the air, but they're held by like glowing like blue light zapping between them, like holding them in a field.
Like Rayman?
Yeah. And the crystal.
Oh, Rayman. I was like, everybody loves Raymond? I don't think Raymond's made of lightning.
Yeah, like Rayman.
What's Ray Romano doing now? He's a being of pure light.
Yeah, and they stand up and they go, Deborah.
Oh. You guys want to hear my impression of the ghost of Ray Romano?
Please.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh my god. I did have a name in mind for this person, but they're definitely Ray now. Sorry.
It's gotta happen.
Yeah, so this person looks around, arcing lightning, molten metal appendages, and just says, "Hi."
Hey, how's it going?
I don't know. How's it going?
You're here now.
Am I? Ray looks down at themselves. Oh!
Oh yeah, you definitely are.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
Is it nice to meet me?
It is.
Oh, hang on a second. We're making statements. It is. And you are. And hello. And I am Dio. And I create safety.
I am Ray. I don't know what I create. Yet.
Nice to meet you, Ray.
We are making statements. It is.
It sure is.
Peter, you said you ran on ahead to see the voices. You enter this next chamber, and you see...
No, I do a dance to calm everyone down because fighting gives me anxiety.
All right. Performance. I guess you're just kind of continuing your breakdance.
Yeah, I break dancing, but so soothingly. Everyone is soothed. I rolled a 22, so everyone's soothed by it.
I love how neatly this fits in with your bod class. This is fine.
Yeah, you start breakdancing in, and Red the Cyclops and Buddy the Dryad turn and look at you as you fucking bust a move into the room, and they lower their guard because they're like, this is wild. Why is there a demon here with skinny little legs? It's extremely sick. You've seen Red plenty of times. You know her cowboy getup. You know she's wearing the brass knuckles with the gun barrels on them. She looks badass. Her Zorplak is here with her, interestingly. And you see Buddy, who is this dryad, is dressed really cool, like they just came from the after party. He has a scarf with like stars on it. It's kind of a new accessory that you didn't see last time that he had. But he also has a big animal, kind you've never seen before. It looks like some kind of cross between like a boar and a rhinoceros and like a cheetah. It's just all fangs and horns and tusks and seems extremely tough. But otherwise, Buddy is unarmed. Buddy is not like a warrior, but he has like the coolest pet. And they are both facing down, but then you break dance into the room and they stop and all 4 of the people in this room look at you. 2 people and 2 animals.
While still dancing, I say, "Hey dudes, you've known me, but by a different name. And also I wasn't them. I was inside of them. I still got their legs. But anyway, I was inside Zana, but I'm not responsible for Zana's evilness. I'm just trying to be chill. I was trying to like not do work, and now I'm like stuck into this adventure, but it's kind of fun. Anyway, your fighting's giving me anxiety. Why don't we just like sit down in a circle and talk about it?"
Buddy says, "Word, bruh? Seriously?
Word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Zana. We had a fight on stage at the university.
Yeah, it is partially my fault by empowering her, but I was trying to not do work at my job.
Yeah, no, I get that, bruh. That's normal.
Yeah.
No one wants to work.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Red pipes up and just says, y'all are lazy. I love to work. It gives a person purpose.
Yeah, that's cool. So what are we fighting about?
Well, there's an item in here, and Red gestures behind them where there is a kind of an altar with a statue to like a lightning god, and it is wearing on its statue hand a metal ring, which lightning, like little sparks, are emanating from, and that appears to be the item in here. And then Buddy gestures to the door beyond and says, "There's some kind of like coffin in here. My group hasn't been fucking with them, but Red thinks she's gonna like slurp up some guts and stuff. That seems bad."
Are we all here or just pizza?
Yeah, I think at this point you all can walk into the room and talking to Ray, being like, "Yeah, so existence is a thing and it's all around us." And Ray's like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, I'm just pointing to. So we're in a. This is called a room. Later, so we're inside. Later, we'll be outside. We're on a world. That'll take some explaining too.
Oh, hey.
Oh shit! Right. This is Red. This is Buddy. Red is a Cyclops. Buddy is a Dryad. Hey, Buddy, nice scarf. Where'd you get that?
While this introduction's happening, can Vimble just hide? Fuck! I guess not. Oh my god!
It's the Roll20 noise. It's hearing Sam ask that and then getting the whoop as he's saying it.
Like I don't think I've like rolled above a 5 all day.
Are you hiding behind like a pole or something?
Yeah, I guess so.
He's hiding behind Dio's leg like a child.
+8
like
in
a
stealth and I
toddler.
rolled a 10.
Yeah, that's not good enough for a room of people who are looking in your direction and having a conversation. So everyone sees you try to duck out of sight, but no one really, does anything about it.
Yeah.
Buddy says to the question, "Oh, you like this? I got this from some kind of fuzzy guy on the mountain that we came through on the way here. He was like some kind of fortune teller, and he said it's good luck."
There's a mountain on the way here?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa! And like Dio looks to Ray like kind of you know how like you look excitedly when you're trying to show a child they should be excited about something? Like kind of like hold your arms up a little bit and you're like, "Whoa!" And then looks back to Buddy and goes, "What's a mountain?"
I mean, there's so many people in this room now, but everyone's like chattering over each other, I think, a little bit. Ray's
It's
like,
a big pile of dirt, and in the center is hot dirt.
Nice.
Ray's pointing at things, just saying, "Is this justice?" I was told there would be justice.
You should forget about the concept of justice as fast as you can.
No. This is good. Oh,
and this one, She like picks Vimble up to present him. Listen to nothing he says.
Been a while since I've seen you, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, sorry, I was too busy winning the race, Snooziper.
Oh, is that how it is? Look at my cool metal stuff that I got on the way here that you don't have. If it's a race, I'm doing pretty well.
I don't know if you're here for Gail. She went up ahead to check some of the weather, so I don't know if that's what you're here for, but...
I mean, not what I'm here for, but, like, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, right, girl. I got your number.
Look, I'm just hoping I can catch up soon, right?
You all see Walter?
Yeah, we saw them.
How are they doing? They said they had to go look at fish and shit. That's not my bags.
Walter helped me get my body back after I was transformed into a baby. I owe him a debt of gratitude, but we have a complicated relationship. We did battle, and I'm sad to say that we had to when next we meet, we will have to be adversaries.
Yeah, they looked at fish and ate shit. Am I right? Up top.
It's a friendly nemesis relationship. It's mostly healthy.
Yeah, sick. That sounds like Walter. They're gonna wipe the floor with you, though. You know they never lose, right?
Guess again.
All right. I mean, it's not really. I'm not the competitive type. He lies. Red butts in and is like, y'all, this is very nice. I don't really know who the fuck y'all are talking about. I'm gonna take this ring and these guts, and then I'm gonna beat y'all's ass. How about that?
Hold on. Why don't we all just, like, have a friendly competition on who gets the slurp, the guts, and ring? Also, we have a lightning creature. I feel like the ring belongs to people of lightning. I don't know.
Austin, are multi-way home gangs a thing?
Home gang!
Home gang.
Do you do like a bracket tournament?
Ray starts joining in different voices. Home gang. Home gang. Home gang. Home gang.
I saw a spark against the dark, and we erupt, but it's a slow burn. I take a chance, we start to dance, can see enough to know to turn around. The sound of a bonfire carries over fences, titillates our senses. We can feel the heat, the chill wind is pushing you into me, and it's looking like we might be burning down. But we're